The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run with the rookie out of Florida. And a good start on the ground. He gets 8 on the game's opener. Here's second and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out. They face 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Kings!
To throw is Mayfield. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Real.
Now Mayfield. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. An extra point attempt to follow. He gets it to go, and the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 30. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Regular. Alert. What's that?
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Point it right, point it right. Good. Right on.
Right back to Irving. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll go again here with Irving. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. He's going to get this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 16-yard line. A big play there. And even 30 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Real.
A give. This is Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll run it. It's Irving. He is in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. Room up the sideline at the 45. 18 yards and a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with Love. Oh, they've left the tight end wide open in the middle of the field. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. and you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. His throw left side is complete. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Packers.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Packers are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Packers. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Kings! Done!
On the handoff, it's Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Good. Run.
Here's Irving, and he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
Pistol. Alert!
So they'll talk over what. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Good. Point it right.
They'll run with Irving. Irving's got a 1st down, still going. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. On 1st and 10, here's Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
The man in motion is Watson. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. He'll get this up to the 30, about a yard or so short of the first down. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. The man in motion is Watson. Love to throw it on 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
33. Run. What's that?
Now Mayfield. He gets it to Samuel, left side.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 2nd down, a run with Irving. Down the sideline, past the 45. He's going to get this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 35. On 1st down is Mayfield. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Point it right, point it right.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
What's that?
On the ground, it's Irving. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Good. What's that?
They'll stick with him again. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Good. What's that?
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. They'll go down and it's an incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
A second down throw for Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's Love to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
To throw is Love. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zone.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take it back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Malik Mustafa.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
Real.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What's up?
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Packers have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Second and a yard. On play action, Love. A ball deep for the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. Love to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think first down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. To return is Dallas Flowers. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he will score again. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his third of the game, his sixth this year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
First down, Green Bay.
The man in motion is Watson. On first down, it's Love. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Love. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
And he will have a Packers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against them.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Packers. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers, and the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play, threw it up to the left corner of the end zone, and Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
Hey, alert 33.
On first down, here's Irving. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Up.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Right back to him on first down. Not much there. He'll get this down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Point it right, point it right. Watch out.
Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. Finding space at the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Rachaad White. Touchdown, Tampa.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Luck. This is intercepted. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense as the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one. The defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them and you're able to extend that lead.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's a run going left. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3. They go play action with Love. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Trying to Giving it back to his running back, Marshawn Lloyd. And third down coming up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 36 yards. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Throwing is Love. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up.
With the score,
On the bootleg, it's Love. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
The kick is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 38, Packers 35.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Flowers now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Now a give on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Baker gonna give it to Irving, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Mayfield. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Hey, alert 33. Done.
To throw is Mayfield. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Down the sideline. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Love. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Love to throw it on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
The man in motion is Watson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team...
And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter. This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Bucky Irving. into the end zone yet again. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On 2nd down, Love. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now Love. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. All alone, it's Evans. Across midfield, shot out of the cannon. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. An even 100 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers tack on one more to their lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. To the left side, in the hands of Watson. To throw is Love. And that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Love. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs will add one more onto their big lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On play action, Love. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
On first down, it's Love. That's caught left side by Burton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Love. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And the Buccaneers will have great field position right around midfield.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Look him up on a second down and 8. Now Mayfield. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. No chance at all. He'll go down. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. And they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll go. Mayfield. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle
And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Mustafa. And the Buccaneers are going to come up with the late turnover.